Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to give you another pick a card. This time it's going to be what encouraging messages do you need at this time? So these are your encouraging messages. The last encouraging messages video got a lot of likes, so I wanted to do that one again. And typically, how I do pick a cards is I think of the numbers 1 through 4, and whichever number floats into my mind is the one that I select. But we all think differently, and our intuition works differently. So if you're more visual, focus on the stone, and whichever one calls out to you is the one to select, or you can also use the colors underneath the numbers. But whatever you do, try to go with your first gut reaction, like whichever one you think of first is going to be the one to pick. And I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you in your pile selection. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me for another pick a card. This is your encouraging messages, and if you chose pile number 1 out of this beautiful stone, this message is for you. So I want to start off by saying one thing I really noticed, and I don't know why this came up, but I definitely felt like anyone that was actually doing something in a card, like this girl looks like she's dancing, this person's walking on the beach, this sunlight card is here. Anyone that looks like they're moving kind of has a more positive message. So I feel like, or is happier in these pictures. So I feel like getting out and moving or getting out and doing things help you with your, whenever you feel stuck or you feel blocks, like getting outside helps you, or getting yourself moving. For instance, complacency is here, and this person's sitting in a chair and she looks so sad. She's actually got a teardrop. She's crying. So I feel like if you get into the energy of feeling sad or upset, and this card is about hostilities, and she's kind of sitting or kneeling or kind of sitting, and she looks upset. And then this card is about lack and loss, and they just look like they're not, like they're possibly sitting or just not moving, and they look upset. But everyone that's kind of moving or doing something in these cards looks happy. So that could be a message for you. That could definitely be a message for you. So, whenever you feel complacent, or whenever you get into this energy of not feeling good, move, get out and do something with your energy, like go and do something. If sentimental feelings come up and you don't want to feel or go down the path of wherever it's taking you, get outside. She's on a boat, she's walking on the beach, she's dancing, she could be raking leaves, I don't know. It's not a rake, but I'm just saying, get out and do something. She's focused on this, wishing on a dandelion. So that is one strong message I got, because I just started noticing that the people that are doing something in these cards look happy. He's got a big smile on his face. He's outside in sunlight. He's picking apples or doing something. So I think that's a big message for you guys. These are encouraging messages. So here's what kind of came up for me. Okay, what I think is coming up in this pile, or what are your encouraging messages. So this card of lack and loss, when it comes up, it says lack, loss, fear, victimization, and it doesn't mean you are experiencing that. It means that that's in your past, and you may have lost a lot in your past, and it scared you. Or perhaps you don't even realize that you have this fear because of things you have experienced in your past. Sorry, I keep bumping my stand. But no, you have experienced these losses in the past, and it brings up this fear repeatedly in your life. And this card is saying that you need to kind of turn that victim mentality around and make sure that you empower yourself to know that no matter what happens, you can overcome it. So don't focus on the things that have happened in your past. Don't allow it to become a fear that is ingrained in your mind. And for you guys, I feel like this might have to do with finances. I think maybe some of you feel like you've been complacent on a certain path, and you're feeling like it's actually kind of making you feel these hostilities, conflict, unrest. I think that, or this could have happened in your recent past and maybe you did something about it. But, this hostilities card is basically, about kind of feeling like you need to kind of protect yourself or feeling like defensive about something. And I feel it ties back to perhaps your finances or your successes, and it says let go of anxiety, which this card also kind of is a reminder for. Let go of anxiety, calm your nerves, and you'll be able to hear the voice of your angels. And then Heart's Desires is here. And this says, the angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become reality. So you guys are going to be shifting. You guys are going to be shifting once you learn kind of how to shift yourself. So I think that's why the message of getting out and doing things came up, because you guys probably get stuck in your head a lot. And when it comes to the laws of attraction and the ways that we can kind of change our own realities and the ways that we can make ourselves feel more joy and more happiness, is if we shift our minds when we get into these insecurities or these feelings of lack or remembering past losses, those kinds of things, because we don't want to get stuck in that cycles here of kind of looking back. It looks like she's like remembering something or looking or focused on something, and she's like looking at it, like continuously remembering it, thinking about it. And right underneath that card's procrastination. Sometimes maybe you guys get in that fear mentality because you're thinking of a past situation and you feel like you'll get stuck back in that same situation. But what it's saying is kind of natural instincts is here, your wolf instinct. You guys can follow your instincts and succeed. And this card is about, letting your wild side out a little bit in a healthy way, getting out there, being your true self, letting your hair down, being, being the authentic you, like getting out there, feeling the joys of like letting the wind blow through your hair, those kinds of things. And like I was saying in this pile, I feel like when you guys get into this kind of remembering the past or being melancholy about things or kind of being upset because you feel like perhaps you have wasted time because you got precious time. Maybe time's on your mind. Maybe you think you're getting to an age where you should be more successful in your finances or more progressed in your life path or more progressed in, in anything. This could be anything. But this is a reminder that no, you can change this whenever you start realizing it. Don't waste your time once you figure it out. Make sure you continuously change that mindset so that you can move on and start, moving your life in a direction in which you choose. This card says the Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So this is a message saying, this incarnation is, a short time that we're here in this incarnation, this particular life. So once you realize these things, start moving. Make sure you give yourself the credit and encouragement that you need, and you'll be able to kind of move forward. New beginnings is here. And this says, the fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. So even if this is something to do with, wanting to start a family or something along those lines, any new beginnings, I think this has to do with finances, but it's a pick a card, so it could be different for all of you guys. But new beginnings are here. They're ready for you. You just have to kind of walk into them. And like I said, when you start looking back and focusing on this, whatever happened in the past, make sure you get out, let your hair down, get out, shake it off, kind of make sure you shift your mindset. This is about discovering really who you truly are and what you really truly want to do. I believe the story in the book about this card was, someone was so focused on another person that they didn't even know really who they were without having that person in their mind. Like they were discovering the true selves. So this doesn't have to do with love though, but you know, when you let a certain part of your life kind of go and you feel like that part is completed, or you let it go, you bury that part of your life, then you're able to kind of discover who you really are and what you really want to be. You'll be able to kind of move forward. Some healing may need to take place, some emotional healing. It says it's safe for you to let go of old emotional pain. By doing so, you allow your heart to mend. So, an empathy is here. You feel and understand the emotions of another in service of love. So empathy is a big part of your path. I feel like you guys really do. And also virtue is here. So you guys have to be kind of on the up and up. You have to be kind of wholesome, high moral standards. And I feel like that's when your blessings will come. And underneath that is harmony. So you will experience harmony with others and on your path when you're virtuous and when you are able to express empathy or have empathy for others that you find. But again, you have this activation, this wind card. So yours is all about making sure you are taking action and, you know, making moves whenever you start to feel complacent. This also says multifaceted. There are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. So this is about, you know, you guys have been through a lot. There's a lot of layers to your life. There's a lot of, it's like peeling back an onion. It's, you know, you guys have been through many, many different things. And so you can't feel guilty or feel upset about where you are, because it was all kind of meant to be that way so that you would understand your path a little bit more. Sunlight is here. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me enjoy the benefits of sunshine in safe and healthy ways. So again, I feel like when you guys feel like you're getting stuck or you're getting back into that complacent energy, get outside, you know, use nature as kind of your push forward. Use those natural wild instincts to kind of get out of that. And look what you're coming into. This is complete wish fulfillment. This is 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment and absolute success and recognition. So you're shifting into that. And study is also here. So there's some things that perhaps you still do need to learn. Once you figure out, it says wish wisely. So once you figure out and discover what you have passion for or what you really want in your life, or, you know, maybe you guys are figuring out your divine life purpose. This says trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Then you will be able to kind of, once you figure that out, you'll wish wisely, use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. And then study is here. So you will probably have to learn more about this, but you'll be passionate about it, so you'll want to. It says reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So that's beautiful. And school is here. So even if you have to take a class or learn something new, and speakers right underneath that. So you guys are really good at public speaking. People look up to you, and whatever this is, you're going to master it enough to speak it to others and teach others about it. You guys are really, really good at learning and understanding things once you set your mind on what it is that you're interested in. And don't let the fear of time having passed stop you. Just move forward. You also got this divine mother card at the bottom of the deck, and this is basically about becoming your own loving mother and figuring out real solutions to your life. Treat yourself kindly, and you have wisdom inside you, just as if you were your own mother. Give yourself the advice that you have lived, and gained. Nurturing compassion and grace. Give yourself the grace as well. Oh, look, and I didn't see this, but right under that card was wisdom. You guys have all this wisdom, and that is how you can, you just have to remind yourself when you get down on yourself about time, just know that that it was taking you that amount of time because you had to go through things in life in order to learn where you guys are headed or what you are doing next in life. And shield yourself is on the bottom of this deck. It says invoke protection to bring this situation to a speedy end. And then you know what? You got the protection card here. Underneath that wish wisely, this was next in the pile, and it says the fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. But to me, this is like your spirit team is protecting you. And look, you also got the yes card. So if you guys have been thinking that you know what your new life path is, you do. You got it. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me trust my feelings as the accurate barometer of truth. So trust yourself. Oh, look, guys. Underneath that is exercise is key. And guess what? That's why I kept feeling like action is part of this group, like getting outside, doing something. Look at that, you guys. This is how you will get your inspirations and continue to kind of find your life path or what would make you happy. Or whenever you get stuck or feel complacency or start focusing on what you have lost in the past, just get outside, blow off some steam, let your hair down, get out in the sunlight, take a walk around your neighborhood if it's safe. Do something with, like exercise, dance in your house if you want to, or, do something that'll move your body. That's how your body naturally will come to the, that's the natural, your instincts will kick in once you get your body moving, which is really, that's an awesome message. I mean, and then right under the speaker card was this creative expression, and I feel like exercising will bring out your creative side, and you'll know what to do next in your path. You'll understand. Whenever you come to like an impasse, just move your body and you will get through it. You guys have such a very, very deep understanding and wisdom, and you're tuned into yourself, and you're tuned into kind of like the laws of attraction, and you have to kind of shift your mind when it goes into any focusing on the past or any focusing on negativity or any focusing on lack or loss. Shift your mind by moving your body, and then it will shift your focus and it will change your frequency. It'll uplift the vibrations you're putting out, and you'll be able to shift back into what you need. So guys, that's your message. I think that's a great message. You guys are going to be moving into wish fulfillment and success as long as you keep your vibrations high by like getting out, moving your body, kind of shifting your mind when you get into that mindset, or when you're focused on how much time has gone by. Remind yourself that those things were lessons, and you needed to go through all of those things in order to you needed to gain the wisdom by going through all of those things. And that was part of your path. Gosh, look I picked up wisdom, and underneath that is circle of eternal joy. Guys, you're moving into this timelessness, dance of life. So here's dance again. Move your body, dance. You're going to come up with all of your ideas when you start moving your body. That is how things come to you. And look how like it's enlightened up here by her head. I feel like ideas will just fly right to you when you start moving your body. So that is a really cool message. I love that for you guys. I hope that helps. Those were your encouraging messages. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you're not subscribed, I would love to have you with me on this channel. Please subscribe, like the video if you enjoy this type of message, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Thank you so much for joining me in this pick a card. This is your encouraging messages. Pile 2, your message is very clear. What I feel is someone kind of underestimated you, slept on you. They kind of didn't realize your value, and they played some games with you. They tricked you. I feel like this could have been a love relationship. And I feel like you need to heal from it. You probably have already started this. You probably have healed. I feel like this is very much in your past. But you still could be feeling the pain of it, and you still might want some justice in the situation. And I feel like the justice is coming, and I'm going to tell you how you're going to feel that justice has come. Okay? I just realized I want to pull one more card really fast before I keep going here. Pile 2, encouraging messages. Oh gosh, that was fast. Okay. Anyway, yes, guys, look, I didn't even have these cards, but I do feel like it has to do with love, and it was your past, and it was some lessons that you had to go through. Let me talk to you about this, though. because let me tell you what's coming up. When I was pulling these, guys, I don't know this whole song. I used to, I'm sure I used to know it, and I know generally kind of what it's talking about. But I started realizing a lot of these people, from my view, are looking to the left, 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 to the left. You know, there's very few straight on and looking the other way. I started hearing Beyonce's to the left, everything you own in the box to the left. So I feel like this may have been a love situation that you felt duped. You felt tricked. And you probably were. This probably took an amount, like an enormous amount of strength to get through. But like I said, I do feel like you have started your healing journey. But whatever happened, this person made you feel rejected. And I think that what happened is you kind of didn't feel good enough. So either you ended up feeling like they were wearing a mask, and you felt like you were just kind of tricked and duped. You felt like they completely tricked you, or now you wear a mask because you were so hurt. So sometimes you protect yourself by kind of shielding yourself by like not being your authentic self because you're kind of afraid sometimes to let that, to let yourself completely out and be vulnerable with people. But here's how you're going to start feeling like you're getting justice. I think what's happening, whatever this was, really affected your pride. I think, I have no idea what happened in your relationship, but whatever happened, it made you feel really small, okay? And maybe you didn't feel like you were perfect enough for this person, or they made you feel bad about yourself. Look what's coming for you. This is idyllic times, the garden paradise, okay? You guys are moving into this state that you're going to be abundant. You're going to be, I do want to look that card up real quick because I know that this has to do with great peace and joy coming, and, challenges brought you great, strength, inner strength, and it actually brought value to your life in certain ways. Precognition is here because I feel like you already are starting to feel this energy, like this is happening. You feel kind of like your future is really bright. And when your inner child is here too. When this happened to you, it really hurt you. This could have been, it's either a love situation, a romantic situation, or maybe it's from your childhood. It could be that too. Maybe somebody was really tough on you in your childhood, or you felt like they were dishonest with you. You kind of felt like you couldn't trust yourself because someone made you feel less than. And you kind of have to just accept it and be grateful for the ending of it, whatever it is. Like to the left, that's what I kept thinking. And that's where everything they own is in a box to the left. You finished it up, you ended it, and now you can focus on other things. And you know what you're going to focus on, and what you probably already have, is building your future. You're building your future. And you are going to create an absolutely gorgeous life for yourself. Just keep the faith. And keep your perception of things in check, because you don't want to get stuck looking back. Because I feel like I said, all these heads, all these faces are looking to the past. But also, that's when I started thinking, oh, and underneath perception was grief. I do feel like you guys suffered pain, but the pain brought you into a very strong, you became extremely strong from the situation. Yes, you felt rejected, but you learned how to handle rejection. Yes, you felt hurt, but you learned how to you gained the strength that you need to move forward and go through life. And you have to have the willingness to kind of let the past go and move forward with discernment. Other situations you'll be able to discern better, I feel. This card is here. Call upon Archangel Raphael for help. Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask for your healing help with, and then you describe your situation, and then it says, thank you for your divine healing intervention. So if you still need a little bit of a push, that can help you. But I feel like you guys are healing. Like I said, love life ended up coming up when I pulled on camera here. And self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by sorry, oh my goodness. I was going to say by being you. So guys, you need to be the authentic you. But self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. And then life lessons. You can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessings they contain. I feel like you guys do know. I think you got clarity on that already. You guys have clarity, psychic ability, future vision. I feel like you guys really do understand what happened in the past and why it happened. I feel like you do feel that. And you have this wolf instinct card here. And I feel like you know now how to discern and follow your instincts because of what you have gone through. I want to show you something else because this is really coming. You guys have major new beginnings coming, and you are going to be in this Queen of Pentacles energy. Even if you're masculine, it's still this energy can be anyone. She loves luxurious things. She is a boss babe. She's very capable. She's very good at business. She's very good with money. She's able to have the finer things. She's also very down to earth, and she's a great homemaker. She's just good at taking care of people and anticipating people's needs. And you got the Ace of Pentacles, which is abundance, opportunity, resources, and the Ace of Fire, which is opportunity, creativity, action. Newness wants to come in, and it's coming in very, very, very fast for this pile. This is fast flying energy, and it's a lot of communication. I feel like that's starting to happen for you guys now. I do want to look, because this card is just so beautiful, I want to just give you guys a few little nuggets from this card, because I know what it generally means, but I want to just read some of it. An owl blesses the priestess of the garden as she holds a butterfly in her hands. This portends a time of great peace and joy coming your way. It may be an unexpected blessing or long-awaited result of extensive effort on your part. The butterfly reminds us of the gentle power to become something completely new through the process of metamorphosis. As a caterpillar changes through an internal alchemical process, and it experiences intense pressure and difficulty. In times, it emerges from its cocoon as a winged butterfly, having forged the strength to travel thousands of miles in its migration. Similarly, the hardships that you've gone through have brought you great value and inner strength, transforming your life and carrying you to a new reality of pleasant experiences and peaceful surroundings. So get ready for the idyllic times ahead. That is so wonderful. The affirmation is, I open my life to experiencing the wonders of nature all around me. Beauty and peace fill my life in many delightful ways. Guys, you're moving into that energy, and once you do, you're going to feel like you've got justice on whatever that was in the past that you keep looking back to. Just don't focus on everything being perfect. Take things one step at a time. Progress, not perfection. Forgiveness heals. Sometimes when people hurt us, and of course, it depends on what the situation was. But when we forgive, sometimes it actually heals us. You don't even have to let the person necessarily know. Just forgive in your own heart, just so that you can move forward from looking that way anymore. And start trusting your instincts again. And you can take the mask off, because you guys have learned, you have discernment now because of this pain that you went through. It made you very strong. As I read in that card, you guys have been through a lot, and it was for a reason. It was because you were, gaining this knowledge and gaining the strength because you went through those hard times. And now new beginnings are coming for you, and they're beautiful. So those are your encouraging messages. I love that message for you. When you do start feeling melancholy, you also got this card, music. I feel like music could really uplift your spirits. Maybe you guys love listening to music, but just make sure you're listening to things that put you in a really good mindset. If things remind you of the past too much, make sure you kind of filter those out. Just kind of use discernment in that too, just knowing, because you know, we can really get triggered by music. It triggers our memories for sure. But you know, music may really help lift your spirits if you do get into that melancholy state. I feel like you guys are doing really well with healing though, and look at what you're moving into. This is so beautiful, guys. So I love these messages for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you're subscribed. If not, I hope you consider subscribing and staying with me on my journey. I also want to mention, I mentioned that someone kind of misjudged you. I feel like somebody kind of made you feel less than and misjudged your abilities in general. And this duality card came up, and it's all about misunderstandings and misjudgments. For instance, this is about Mary Magdalene, and in history, she was... somebody misjudged her basically, but she was, you know, written in history being a prostitute and things, but really she was a landowner, like a businesswoman. And that's also what makes me think somebody just misjudged your abilities. You guys are really good with creating your future, and you're moving into those things. You've been able to kind of handle these things and move forward. And but also, I didn't say this, but make sure you're taking time for yourself too during all of this, because of course, you know, even when we are almost done healing, we still have to enjoy relaxation and things that nurture our soul so that we can keep going on our path. But you guys have made it through. You're moving into this beautiful energy. I'm very happy for you. I hope you enjoy the reading. I hope to see you again in another reading. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here with me. These are your encouraging messages if you chose number 3 or this stone. Pile number 3, I want to first start off with just kind of giving you a little disclaimer. I started coughing a lot when I was putting your cards down. Partially probably because my sage started really burning, and it made me cough. But when I cough, it makes me think that you need to get something off your chest. You need to speak. You may need to heal your throat chakra. You got the yoga card, and it reminds me of chakras when I see it. I'm sorry, I still kind of want to cough. Hold on one second. I need a drink of water. Okay. So I feel like you guys need to get something. Oh, look at, and chakra clearing is here. So what you guys should do if you have time is go onto YouTube and just put in chakra healing. Throat chakra is what you probably should focus on, but you really could clear all of your chakras. That wouldn't hurt anything. Energy healing is needed, and also clearing negativity. And I feel like if you do that, it's going to help you get something off of your chest. And this is going to be different for everyone, okay? There were some repeating cards in this pile from pile, I think both pile 1 and 2. You guys may have been drawn to other piles, and of course listen to them if you were, but I do feel like the energy is different in this pile. I want to say something specific, guys, but you know, with pick-a-cards, it's not always going to be the case because there's going to be different people clicking on this. I feel like possibly in this pile, you have some wounds from perhaps like your relationship with your mother kind of being like volatile. It doesn't mean it's horrible. It just may go through ups and downs, or perhaps your emotions are really tied into how your mother views you. I'm just looking at her and how she's like looking down on this like volatility, and purification's right under there. Maybe there's some purification that needs to take place in a relationship, or perhaps, you know, maybe you don't realize sometimes how rejected you feel by your mother, or maybe in the past she's made you feel kind of, or you know what, this could be just a feminine in your family because divine feminine came up. I also feel like you guys embody this divine feminine power. Power. I was going to say power. I do feel like you do, but I also feel like you guys self-sabotage a lot because you probably have wounds that have created like insecurities. And so sometimes when you're afraid of finding out if you can do something, you might sabotage things before you can actually figure it out. But you guys are very beautiful and you have such a strong moral compass, I feel. And actually, you guys really do want to do right by everyone. I feel that way. I feel like you want to be this healing, divine mother energy for others. And I feel sometimes I feel like you get misunderstood for some reason. I just feel that. It doesn't say that here. Family changes are here. So, maybe there were changes in your family and, things got a little volatile, or, things need purification because of some changes. But again, I feel like you have to wear a mask around your family sometimes. Lack and losses here, and this says fear, victimization. And I feel like sometimes maybe you feel like the odd man out with your family, like when you're together. And again, it's going to be different for everyone. This could be someone else that made you feel this rejection. It doesn't have to be your mother. It could be a feminine energy. I do feel like it has to do with family, maybe a sister, a mother, a female in your family. That's really truly what I feel. And you've got a few family cards. I was feeling family, and then I started shuffling this deck, and this came up at the bottom of the deck. So I definitely feel that your family sometimes causes you sadness because you just want to feel like they accept you. And I think sometimes you feel like they don't. I feel like, prayer works is here. So when you feel really stuck, definitely pray. I feel like prayer can help us in every aspect of our lives. And look how this child's looking up at in my mind, I'm thinking of it like the child looking up at the mother in admiration. And the mother's kind of looking away, not looking at the child. I feel like sometimes you don't feel like your connection with your family or your mother is very strong. This says, ask your body for a message. Dear body, please help me hear your messages. Archangel Raphael, please guide me in honoring and respecting my body's needs. So make sure you're taking care of yourself and listening to your body when you need rest and when you need kind of to pull back. Honor your emotions. I know emotions is here. And definitely, there's some negativity and some purification of the negativity that needs to take place. 5 of Wands came up. And that's usually about conflicts, just little fights or little misunderstandings, little disagreements. It's nothing that you can't get over. I also feel like you guys have been kind of focusing on something that you're investing a lot of time in. You've been trying to, maybe you're getting impatient with something, or you feel like you're putting some time and energy and you're kind of looking back to see if your ships are going to come in from it, or you're just waiting for something to kind of take off for you. This says investment, assessment, patience, and this says goals, expansion, vision. This makes me think maybe you feel like your family doesn't value what you do for a living, maybe, or what you're putting your energy into, or the things that you focus on, they don't really focus on. And then you got the Judgment card, so maybe you feel like you're being judged. Oh gosh, and here's the Empress card. Look, the Mother card came up, so maybe you feel like you're being judged by your mother sometimes. But balance is also here, and 6 of Wands. So I feel like it's going to come. It's just going to take some time. Compromise, self-control, moderation. I feel like you guys really need to talk. Like I said, I seriously was having trouble when I was putting out your cards. I couldn't stop coughing. I had to get up and get some water. And maybe let go of the way that you want things, like whatever vision. This is the 9 of Cups, so your wishes. But maybe the wishes, maybe you just need to release exactly how you feel the relationship, or what you feel your wish for the relationship will be exactly, and just kind of release that, because it will change and it will be successful, but it might not be exactly how you envisioned it. It's going to take some patience, but you guys will, there is love here for sure. And it's like going back and forth in these cups. Sometimes it just takes patience. And like I said, I do feel like there's some communication that needs to be had. Journey card came up. This says, it's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. So this could be a literal journey. Maybe you and your mom should take a little trip, or, take a little go shopping together or do something fun together maybe. But this could also be like your emotional journey with your mom, like maybe this, or with this female in your family. Inspiration is here. It says, be prepared as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. So you're going to start getting ideas how you can fix this relationship, or you'll be inspired to fix this relationship or to look at it a little bit more. Hidden depths is here. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Yeah, guys, maybe you have some things in your mind or in your past or in the back of your head that kind of want to come forward about some of the volatility in the relationship, and you want to bring them up so that you can purify them. And you can probably do that through communication. Like I said, that throat chakra, make sure you try to do a meditation for throat chakra. Religion and spirituality is here. Maybe you guys don't see the same in regards to spiritual paths, or maybe religion. It could be. Cooperation is here. And it says, in your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. So you really do want to cooperate with this family member. And I feel like they want to with you as well. But sometimes you guys just don't have the same point of view. Love and compassion is here. So there's definitely love here. Again, when I look at this card, I do feel like there's some pain there. Normally, I don't feel that with this card. But I just feel like, there's something, or maybe you feel like sometimes it's surface level, like it's not deep enough for you sometimes, your connection. Spiritual path is here. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. You guys may be becoming really spiritual. Maybe you're following your life purpose and it involves a spiritual path or yoga or something along those lines. And maybe, your family doesn't understand it as much. But right under that is own your divine power, replace codependent people pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. Yeah, I think you guys would be a lot happier if you didn't try to please everyone. That's easier said than done, but you might be trying to please your family, and maybe it's just pulling you in different directions because you're having a hard time because you really want to go down the spiritual path, and maybe you feel like some of your family members won't agree with it, or you feel like you'll be rejected, or you kind of want to wear a mask. Lack and loss, this fear and victimization. I feel like this has to do more with the fear of being kind of isolated or victimized, in a sense that like you don't feel like you not that you don't belong, but I feel like sometimes you feel like, you're not as connected to your family as you would like to. Communicate with your angels. You have the ability to connect with the beings of love who surround you. Communicate with your angels and deliver their healing messages to others. Yeah, see guys, you are supposed to be on that spiritual path. So definitely, yeah, you guys are going to be fine. You just need to kind of do some chakra healing, because chakras are in this card too. Go ahead and do some of those chakra meditations. That's going to help you tremendously. Ask your body for a message. I feel like you guys are really tuned into spirituality and your bodies, and it might help you kind of purify some of this out. And this is your journey. Make sure you're honoring your journey. It's no one else's journey here. So don't get so focused on what others think. And this card here, it says renewal. And this is about kind of focusing on kind of your renewal. Like, we go from this frozen, wintry, here's some fall leaves and the winter's over here, and then we're rejuvenating in this spring energy. Maybe you need some rejuvenation in that way. Dissipating came up. So don't let your dreams dissipate just because you're afraid of what others will feel, but follow your own natural instincts. And when I see this card, I always think of like the lone wolf, but he's strong enough and he's got strong enough instincts to make it on his own. So you may feel like you're like on your own path here, and you have, clarity that others don't have, But that's okay. It's your path. You're unique, and that's what makes you so special. I'm just looking to see if I am missing any other cards here. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you guys feel like you kind of have to almost guard yourself a little bit. This says protection, preparedness, resilience. You feel like you're judged by your family or maybe even a friend group or maybe females around you. I definitely feel like it's a female energy that you feel this from. But like I said, I think what you need to do, because you guys are really good at articulating yourselves, clear your chakras and then maybe go within, say a couple prayers, and maybe have a talk, because like I said, when I have that coughing, I feel like something needs to get off of your chest. Listen to your intuitive feelings. Dear higher self, thank you for speaking loudly and clearly in peaceful ways that I easily understand. Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to listen to my inner wisdom. And then stay positive, because that's all. It's all about positive mindsets. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me be optimistic and take the appropriate action steps that support my health. Yeah, you guys may even self-sabotage in other ways. Like when you feel like things aren't going your way, you might kind of treat your body poorly, or, you know, not pay as much attention to your body as you need to. Honor yourself. Treat your body like a temple. You are a beautiful person. And even when you feel the sadness because of family or connections, you've got this courage within. And you just need to kind of focus on it. And look at right under courage is life purpose. I feel like this does have to do with your path. You're just, you feel like you're just different from others in your family or in your friend groups. And sometimes it makes you feel disconnected a little bit. But like I said, do that energy healing, go within, pray about it a little bit. Remember, you have this nurturing, compassionate, graceful energy about you, and you will be able to kind of put that into your relationships. But do that cleansing, and I think you're going to be able to heal whatever this is. I really do. I feel like it just needs some, maybe even like something needs to come out. You know how like a volcano is bubbling, 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 and then it erupts. Maybe it needs to come out, you know, things need to, I'm going to take another sip of water, guys. Hold on one second. I don't want to say a fight needs to happen, but you know how sometimes like you need to get things off your chest. You know, you need to get things off your chest, and then, you know, purification might take place perhaps. So just make sure you're treating yourself kindly. And I think the inspiration will come to you as to kind of how to heal this relationship, or kind of how to get deeper in these connections if you feel like there's just a lack of connectiveness. You know, when you feel like you have to really shield who you are in front of people, that makes you kind of sad, I feel. But prayer works. Don't forget that. Make sure you're chakra clearing. Try to Google, search on YouTube some healing meditations. There's a lot of them out there. And then, you know, like I said, you guys are so wholesome, and you have such a good moral compass. It says virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. You really do that. You are a beautiful person. And so, you know, and hopefully if things don't improve, but I feel like they will, if things don't improve, just know that you are such a beautiful person. You're here on this path because you are so unique and wonderful and loving, and you have this divine mother energy. You want to heal others, you want to help others. So even if you feel like you just can't authentically connect with your family or your friends, maybe you need to find your own tribe, your own family group, you know what I mean? Like if you feel like it will never improve, but I think it will. But if you feel that way, just honor yourself, and you will be able to purify the situation. You have this really strong divine feminine energy as well, magnetic receptive power. You are this divine feminine, and this is spirit right here. So I feel like you really could heal yourself if you, heal the circumstances, but if you feel like you can't heal this particular relationship, I got an interruption during that card, so this is really important for you guys. That just makes me feel like this needs to stand out. You guys are this divine feminine. Make sure you understand the power you possess and the healing you possess, because I feel like you can unify anything and kind of, you can, and like I said, this bird represents spirit. You guys are really connected to the divine, and you can heal any circumstances you want to. So those are your encouraging messages. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you're subscribed. If not, please consider subscribing and staying with me on this journey. And I thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you again in another video. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you chose pile number 4 or this beautiful stone, these are your encouraging messages. Pile number 4, your encouraging messages are, I feel like you're about to have some sort of breakthrough or something is about to be revealed to you. I say that because you got the perseverance card. So I feel like whatever you're doing right now, keep going. You're almost at a breakthrough. And I feel like this either had to do with a health issue or a health situation that you changed or a new career path that you took. I feel like you kind of went into solitude to kind of figure things out and make some decisions. Or maybe you feel kind of alone in this, whatever this change was. It says, think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. So that's beautiful. Responsibility is here. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. You also got strength. So you guys are really strong. Everything you've experienced in life has made you strong and courageous. And then you got expression here. You are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. And you guys also got communication. So I feel like, see how this is like, there's like light at the end of this tunnel. I almost feel like you guys have been praying for something. It says answered prayers. All your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. And I feel like you guys, you maybe changed your mind about something, or you changed something in your life. You felt like you were really alone in the decision. And maybe you were, you prayed about it. It says, Dear Jesus, thank you for your divine healing power and presence. Or maybe you felt like, spirituality was the way that you could get through it because you just felt like nobody really understood exactly what you were doing or the path that you were on. And angelic assistance is here, divine guidance, loving support. I feel like, like you guys kind of, I almost feel like, the cards don't necessarily say this, guys, but I feel almost like some of you have like some regrets in regards to career or how long it's taken you to get to a certain point in something, or that you're not further along in something. Because, well, actually, I guess the cards do kind of say it. You got the grief card. And maybe you're just feeling like you didn't make the right choices right away or something like that, but your perception is off. I feel like, changing your perception would really help you understand these things. You've got rebirth here. And that's all about new beginnings, which it's right next to the new beginnings card. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, new beginnings. Maybe these changes or this epiphany will happen in the spring, which that's not too far away. You might be procrastinating the change or something that you need to do with your health. But I feel like you're going to make some major progress like in the spring. Like you're going to feel like new beginnings. But you will need support of your angels, of Jesus, of, the angels around you. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Travel is here. It says your life purpose involves traveling. So that's interesting. It doesn't have to be actual travel. It definitely could. But I think this has to do with kind of moving forward, like moving, or maybe making plans to move. I also feel like you guys got this prosperity card. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. I definitely feel like you guys are being divinely guided right now. That is something that I feel for sure. You have balanced friendships, and it says your friendships work best when there's an equal share of giving and receiving. Listen to your intuitive feelings is here. Natural beauty and authenticity is here. Be yourself as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. And also, you guys, at the bottom of the deck, you got this beauty card. You guys are really, really beautiful. I don't know if you know that, but it's coming up here several times. And look at her, how beautiful she is. I feel like you guys really stand out. You're very beautiful. Even if you don't feel that way about yourself, others definitely view you that way. And I feel like sometimes your gratitude is blocked. This came up upside down, but you guys have so much to be thankful for. And so make sure that you're focusing on how much you have to be thankful for. I feel like somebody that chose this pile, because it keeps coming into my mind just continuously, somebody that chose this pile feels like they kind of got stuck on something, maybe because they were so pure and they like had so much empathy and they were so pure and loving and kind, and like they probably, I don't want to say they were vulnerable. They weren't necessarily vulnerable, but they might have been almost kind of naive, just the way this person's kind of looking. Even though it says procrastination, I feel like somebody here, it's not going to be all of you for sure, because this is a pick a card and it's, you know, not going to be for everyone. There's going to be different messages for anyone that clicks on this. But I feel like there is someone here that feels like she, you know, I feel like it's a female energy, a woman that feels like she procrastinated and she kind of feels like her heydays are like kind of over, almost like she feels almost like she picked a career path, or she kind of like procrastinated her life a little bit and she kind of ran out of time for like children or birthing children or, you know, having more children. I just feel like, you know, someone that represents like the King of Pentacles energy, King of Pentacles reversed came up, so that someone like, this normally is about, you know, a someone that's a really good either, you know, boyfriend or husband. It says prosperous, generous, successful. It came up reversed, and when that happens, it's like someone that's selfish and kind of out for themselves. I feel like some secrets came out, or there was something that was hidden about the relationship, and it ended up causing a really painful end for somebody here. And I feel like they kind of procrastinated and kind of got stuck. And then, you know, they feel like they lost some time and they missed out on the Empress energy. But that is not true. I feel like that's kind of like an illusion. The Moon card is also kind of about like illusions or things that are hidden to us. And I feel like I said, I feel like something is going to come out that's going to make you understand things a little bit better. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. And also in this gratitude card, like if we change perception or perspective, she looks pregnant. I'm not saying anyone here is pregnant. I don't use tarot as predictive, but I'm just saying I think that is really on someone's mind. Like, you know, I feel like someone's really thinking about some kind of procrastination, or perhaps a career or their success kind of prevented them from choosing motherhood or something like that, because it says changing your mind. Like maybe at one point you didn't want to have children, but now you're starting to think, yes, actually I do. I kind of want to change paths, new path, new career. And you're just wondering, like, you know, did I wait too long? and you might be feeling some grief about that, but I feel like that's all perception. I feel like you can do whatever it is that you want. And if you are feeling like, you missed your heyday, you're not as beautiful anymore, that is also an illusion. When the moon card comes out, there's something hidden to you. Maybe you don't see it, but it's an illusion. You have some I feel like you have some misunderstandings or something like that about your life that pretty soon, like I feel like in the spring, you're going to start feeling differently. You're going to have a different perception. And that's not going to be for all of you, but you also got the veiled fog card. So right now I feel like you're in some kind of confusion, and you might be procrastinating because you're really not sure where to, what to do next. Like, not necessarily where to travel, but where to move. I mean, it could be travel, but I don't think it is. Some of you, it could be. Maybe you just have like a veiled fog on a lot of things in your life, like friendships, new beginnings, which way you should go in health, with your health, which way you should go in your career. And I feel like things are getting ready to shift, and you're going to have this understanding, like it's no longer going to be, things are going to be illuminated. See how this light is coming through here? I feel like it's probably going to happen in the spring, some kind of renewal, new birth, new beginning, rebirth. But you need to persevere. Like you need to kind of hold on until that happens. And as for angelic assistance, divine guidance, loving support, it's here. It wants to be there for you. And it says, simplify your life. You've had so much going on that you're spread too thin. This has to change now so your vitality can recharge. Also, yeah, I feel like maybe you guys really have worn yourselves out a little bit, and that's why you're kind of feeling confused as to what to do next. But you also got shaman. This could also be about a new career path, and maybe you are meant to be a healer, and you kind of went into solitude to try to figure out what is the new career path, and it might have to do with healthcare or being, a natural healer, a shaman. And right now you just feel, even though you have so much empathy for others and you have this pure heart, because you definitely have this pure heart, you're very beautiful. Maybe sometimes you feel like you've procrastinated too long and you can't jump into that, or maybe you feel like you have kind of started, but it's going slowly. And it just says to persevere, because there's a breakthrough coming for you. And you'll be able to help people through their grief. You'll be able to help people kind of change their perceptions. You'll be able to help people kind of, nurture others the way that you do. And it'll be, sorry about that, pile number 4, but I do think everything happens for a reason. What happened is my phone ran out of power. I think that's symbolic, guys. So what it's trying to say is, what I was saying is, it'll feel like a breath of fresh air once that fog lifts. But what I think it is you guys might be spreading yourselves too thin. You need to focus right now on balance. Perhaps you're procrastinating, like going on vacation or traveling. You might need that. And this card also came out, balance here. You guys might need some balance, stability, standing firm. I feel like maybe you guys are imbalanced in certain areas. I'm going to read that balance card for you, but I want to show you something else. You've got that gratitude card, which was upside down, so I want you to focus for sure on gratitude. Make sure you're focusing also on having faith in what you want to attain. And look at this woman's holding her belly too. Creation, that could even be about like creating something new, birthing something new. Have faith that it's possible, and don't be a workaholic, because I feel like you guys might be burning yourselves out. Everything happens for a reason. And like I said, and prayer is something that's very powerful as well. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. My phone died. You guys might be running out of juice, like because you're just spread so thin and you're working too hard. You need to give yourself some time and recharge your batteries. You know what happened after my phone died? I immediately realized that, it was time for restroom break. I've been recording and haven't really been paying attention to my body, like what my body needs. That's kind of what I was thinking. And I'm like, I think it's symbolic to this group. Whoever picked this, you might be kind of burning the candle at both ends, kind of making yourself, spreading yourself too thin, focusing too much on one part of your life and not enough on another part of your life. Kind of, I feel like that's why the phone battery died at that moment, because it's just kind of saying like, you have to make sure your battery's filled up before you can take care of others, even if it's a healer you want to be, or if it's a mother you want to be, or no matter what you're doing, perhaps you need to kind of, stop procrastinating, taking time off, or, that maybe you need to just get out in fresh air sometimes and recharge your batteries, cuddle with your pets, stuff that makes you feel like you're recharged. I'm going to read this balance card for you because I feel like the message is very powerful. The Priestess of Balance walks a steady line, looking ahead yet staying centered. This card is telling you that restoring order and balance to your life will be important at this time. So take a good look at the energy and the effort you expend every day. If something's disproportionate, it may cause you to lose your center, your stamina, and even your peace of mind. Ask yourself, are you engaging in too much work and not enough fun? Too much taking care of others and too little caring for yourself? What about practical matters? Are you eating healthfully and drinking enough water? Are you getting enough muscle movement and peaceful relaxation? All these approaches can easily be abandoned when you get busy or stressed, but those are precisely the time when you need stability and balance the most. Notice the light in the palms of the Priestess, right and left, receptive and active, are energized, extending up to the universal connection. She displays an equal focus on yin and yang energies and calls for you to become more energetically conscious. If you tend to be passive, it's time to stand firm in support of your own higher intentions. Yet if you tend to be active with little or no reflection on meaning or purpose, now is the moment to look inward and find some balance there. You can achieve balance by simply paying attention to the needs of your daily life. When you make choices that honor your body, spirit, and personal priorities, you create the stability and stamina necessary to see through to the fruition of your greatest dreams and desires. I have the power to prioritize myself. I choose to live a balanced, healthy, and honoring life every day. So that's beautiful, guys. That's your message. That's kind of why it's there's so many different things coming up. I feel like you guys really have a lot on your minds. You have a lot on your plate. You're constantly kind of juggling things. And you need balance. This says balance friendships, but I think the real message is balance. You need to kind of take a look at things. Everything's still possible for you, but you need to kind of balance things out. Make sure you are taking time for yourself. Remember, the phone died. If your battery's low, you're not going to be able to accomplish anything. You need to kind of rest, and then you will get the clarity that you seek. Right now, you're spread so thin, or perhaps if you take a trip, maybe you'll get some clarity. You'll be more relaxed. But, I feel like that fog, once you get this balance under control, the fog's going to lift, and you guys will be more able to kind of understand which changes you need to make and what, where your responsibilities lie and kind of where you need to go next in life. But everything's still on the table for you. I feel like you have enough courage to step into any of this. Just take time to recharge, pay attention to your body and your needs, and you'll be fine. I feel like you might feel like you're in this confusion or this fog because you need to kind of balance your life, and you just need to kind of take some time for yourself in solitude, and perhaps even prayer would do a bit of good. But recharge your batteries, because that was very symbolic. I hope you enjoyed this message. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and come with me on this journey growing my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great evening. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.